Hey everyone, welcome to episode 8. Today is going to be a Pilates and Yoga mixture. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, again, just let me know. I'm here to answer anything for you. I hope you enjoy. So let's start at the front of our mat today. As you inhale, hands reach all the way up to the sky, ribs to pelvis, pelvis to ribs. As you exhale, gentle forward fold. Keep your knees nice and soft. Relax the head and neck down. Let's bring our chin from side to side. Again, as always, keeping your knees as bent as you need to feel comfortable. Let all the tension drain out of the top of your head. Let's roll up as you inhale. Draw the navel in as you do. Getting that movement in the spine. Shoulders come back and down. Let's do that again. Inhale, hands reach all the way up. Exhale, gentle forward fold. Knees nice and soft. Head and neck relaxed. Chin comes from side to side. Let's roll up. Draw the navel in. I want you to think of this as an abdominal engagement, not just movement in the spine. Shoulders come back and down. Last time here. Inhale, hands reach all the way up. Exhale, gentle forward fold. Keep those knees so soft this time. Plant your hands back to a downward dog. Bend one knee at a time here. Shake it out. Opening up your hips and your hamstrings. Then walk your feet towards your hands. Again, gentle forward fold. And roll up. Roll the shoulders back and down. When you're ready, one leg steps back. Pivot your feet off at a 45-degree angle. Send your hips down nice and low. Knees pointing in the same direction as the toes. Let's come into a cat-cow here. Keep those hips nice and low, nice and stable. Make sure those knees don't move at all. Curl the tailbone under, scoop the belly, chin can relax down. Inhale, open back up into a neutral. Exhale through the mouth. Pilates breath as you round. Inhale. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor as you round in the spine. Curl that belly in. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, curl and round. Last time here. Inhale, open back up to a neutral curve. If you'd like more, let's come into a little pulse of the hips. Get those big muscles in the body warmed up. So the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes. Let's fire up that core while we're here. Again, ribs to pelvis, pelvis to ribs. Brace that core. 5, 4, 3, 2, and I want you to hold down nice and low. Lift one heel up and keep sinking those sit bones down just a tiny bit lower. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That heel comes down. Lift the other heel now. Hold. 5, 4, sink those hips down a little bit more. 3, 2, and 1. Both heels can lower, or let's have both heels lift. Sink those hips down nice and low. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the legs, relax the heels down. Give it a little shake out. Pivot your hips to face the front of the mat. Back heel will lift completely. Bend in your front knee. Hands onto your hips. Let's soften that back knee. Now, if you'd like more, let's pulse that back knee. Just above the ground is just, again, to warm up that cardiovascular health and to warm up the big muscles in the body. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hold here, engage the back leg. Sweep the hands up towards the sky, then down towards the mat. Plant your hands, step back to your first plank. So your plank can be on your hands, your fists, your forearms, or your knees. If you're on your hands, make sure you push into your fingers. Be light through your palms. Find your breath here. 5, 4, neck is long. 3, collarbones wide. 2, navel in. Last breath. Hips lift up towards the sky. Downward dog. Give it a little shake out. Now I want the opposite foot to come forward. So we can come into the lunge on the other side. Engage your abdominals. Sweep the hands up. Soften your back leg. Hands come down to your hips. Now if you'd like more, let's pulse. Collarbones are broad. Shoulders are together and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Activate that back leg. Hands reach all the way up. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come down onto the mat. Plant your hands. Step back into that plank. Hold here. Again, ribs to pelvis, pelvis to ribs. Hips in line with the rest of the spine. Try not to have any banana action or any tense. I want it nice and long. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees relax down. Press back into a child's pose. Stretch it out. Take a nice deep breath here. Inhale and exhale. As you inhale, rolling up onto all fours. Any discomfort underneath of your knees? I want you to roll up the back of your mat, place it underneath of your knees. Any discomfort underneath of your wrists at all? Fists are a great option. Just be mindful. And if you're on your forearms, just be mindful of that lower back. Extend your right leg back behind you. More of a challenge, let's lift. Now I want you to hold here. Find stability in your hips. Make sure that if there was a teacup on your tailbone that you would not be spilling tea from side to side. Let's draw circles with that right leg. Collarbones broaden. 5, 4, 3, 2, go opposite directions. Again, this is all about stability in the hips, finding that little tiny movement in the leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right knee comes back down. Let's do the other side. Give it a little shake out first. Then the left leg reaches back. Keep that chest nice and strong. Let's draw little circles here. But again, teacup on the tailbone, not spilling tea from side to side. You're bracing your core. 5, 4, 3, 2, and opposite directions. Keep breathing here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give it a little shake out. Both knees come back down. Let's come into that balance for our tricky cat. Right leg extends back. More of a challenge. Let's lift. Left hand comes out in front. Navel is lifting. Brace yourself. Then lift your left hand. So it's opposite hand to opposite foot. Collarbones stay broad. Slight micro bend in that right elbow to keep yourself strong without hyperextending. Now either hold in here, or if you'd like more, as you exhale, curl the tailbone under, draw the right knee in towards that left elbow, scoop the belly out. Inhale, reach long, neck is long. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring it in. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last time. Exhale, bring it in. Both hands, both knees come back down. Give it a little shake out. Let's come to the other side. Left leg extends back. More of a challenge, like lift. Find the collarbones broadening here. Shoulder blades coming together and down. Ribs to pelvis, pelvis to ribs. Right hand comes out in front. More of a challenge, let's lift. Let's plug in, then reach out. Belly button's drawing up towards the spine, but it's not a sucking in action. It's more of a bracing action here. Now either hold in here, or as you exhale, curl the tailbone under, scoop the belly like you did in your cat-cow, but we're drawing the navel up towards the ceiling. Inhale, let's reach out nice and long. Neck is long, collarbones broad. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, bring it in. 2. Last time here. Both hands, both knees come back down. Give it a little shake out. Come back into your downward dog. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Curl those toes under. Lift up into that down dog. To make sure that we're in the proper position, shift your weight into your hands, coming into your plank. Hands should be underneath of the shoulders. Feet are nice and long. Then lift your hips up towards the sky. Down dog. Then 1 knee at a time. Shake it out. When you're ready, right leg lifts up towards the sky. As you exhale, right foot steps forward. As you exhale, next left foot comes to meet it. Inhale, sweep the hands up towards the sky and down through the heart center. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, release into that forward fold. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands back to plank. Again, your plank is where you feel comfortable. Eyes of the elbows towards me, either knees lifted or lowered. Let's slowly lower down onto our bellies. Hands underneath of the shoulders. Tops of the feet now glue onto the mat. Inhale, lift the heart without pushing into the hands. Exhale, release back down. Curl the toes under, press back to your down dog. Left leg now lifts up. Engage the abdominals, step forward. Exhale next, right foot comes to meet it. Inhale, sweep the hands up. And heart center. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, release, forward fold. Flat back as you inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands back into that plank. Again, chaturanga, either knees lifted or lowered. Eyes of the elbows towards the front of the mat. Slowly lower down. Tops of the feet onto the mat. Hands underneath of the shoulders. And again, without pushing into the hands, lift the heart. I want you to feel the back side of the body here. Feel the muscles engage. Slowly lower back down. Stack one hand on top of another now. And let your forehead rest on your hands. I want you to engage the legs, belly buttons lifting off the mat. Then lift your straight, strong legs. Find your breath here. Inhaling through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Coming into our bookends. As you inhale, open the legs nice and wide. As you exhale, squeeze the legs back together. Inhale, open up. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, belly buttons lifting. Exhale, 2. Last time, inhale. Exhale, squeeze it back together and relax the legs back down. Hands come underneath of the shoulders, press back onto all fours. Now I want you to roll up, drive the navel in as you do, into an upright kneeling position. I want your left leg to come out to the left. Your right hand comes underneath of the right shoulder, left hand is on your hip. Any discomfort underneath of your right knee, I want you to roll up the mat and place it underneath of that right knee. And if you're feeling like your right hand is not high enough, you can always grab a foam block if you have one around, or a couple of books. That would do the trick too. So again, that left hand is on the hip. Turn the left toe so that the left foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. I want you to make sure your toe is not pointing out. I want it pointing towards me. When you're ready, lifting up that top leg if it's available. So that's going to be using that gluteus medius muscle. Inhale to lower, exhale, lift. Inhale. Now I want your body in one long line here. So your hand should be in line with the knee, in line with the toe. And your head is nice and long as well. This left shoulder is not caving down towards the ground, but you're also not opening it up towards the ceiling either. I want that spine in a nice neutral position. Keep that core engaged. We've got 5 left. 4, 3, smile through it, 2. Last time, I want you to lift and hold. Little tiny pulses here, inch up, inch down. So this can be a tiny, tiny, tiny movement, and it might just be an inch off the ground. That's totally fine. That gluteus medius muscle is a hard muscle to find and activate. Find your strength here. 5, 4, little tiny pulses, 2, and 1. Left foot comes back down. Now turn the left toe to point away. Engage your abdominals, lifting yourself upright. Now I want your hands to come back behind the head and neck. Elbows are going to be nice and wide. Engage your abdominals. Left foot is rooting down into the ground and your hips are going to stay stable. As you inhale, come about halfway, really only as far as you can go to keep those hips nice and stable. Exhale, let's lift back up. Inhale, you'll feel that left foot try to lift up if you've come too far. Exhaling to bring it back up, using those obliques here. 4 more. Find that breath. 3. Hips stable. 2. Last time. Beautiful. Now I want you to switch legs. So bring that left knee down, right leg extends out to the right. Left hand is underneath of the left shoulder. Right hand comes onto your hip. Turn the right toe so that the foot is parallel with the short edge of the mat. Lifting up that top leg. Find your engagement in your core, then let's come into that lift and lower. Inhale to lower, exhale, lift. Find that gluteus medius muscle. Again, this doesn't have to be a big movement at all. And I definitely want you to make sure that this is not a kicking action. This is a controlled lift using that gluteus medius. 5, 4, you've got it here. 3, 2, last time I want you to lift and hold, little pulse. Little tiny, tiny, tiny pulses, inch up, inch down, and again, it doesn't have to lift too high. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right foot comes back down. Right toe points away. Engage your abdominals. Let's lift back up. Again, just take a look. I want your toe in line with your knee, and bring your hands behind your head and neck. Elbows wide. Inhale, come about halfway down. Exhale, let's lift back up. So again, that right foot stays rooting down. That's really important here so that we know we're not using those hip flexors. We're using those oblique muscles. 4 more. 3, 2, last time. Beautiful, bring yourself back upright, bring your hands back down, both knees come back down. Let's make our way onto all fours. Give it a little shake out. Let's stretch those knees out, curl the toes under, lift your hips up towards the sky, down dog. Give it a little shake out here. Let's find strength in our downward dog here. Spread your fingers wide, push in through the 5 fingers, be light through your palms. From here, your right leg lifts up. Only about hip height. Now imagine that you have that piece of chalk between your big toe and your second toe and print a capital D. So as you inhale, it comes straight up. Exhale around to the right and down to meet the left foot. Inhale straight up. Engage your core while you're here. We've got 2 left on this side. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. Right foot comes back down onto the mat. Other side. Left foot lifts straight up about hip height. Exhale around and down. Inhale. Find strength in your fingers here. Make sure you're not jumping in through those wrists. 3, 2, last time. Beautiful. Relax those knees down onto the mat. Press back into a child's pose. Stretch it out. Take a nice deep breath here. As you inhale, let slowly start to roll up. Sweep those feet out in front of you. Pull out any fleshy bits that you have underneath of your sit bones. Hands come behind the thighs. Roll the chest open. Lean back only as far as you feel those abdominals firing up like brakes and that we don't round in that spine. Walk your feet in a little bit closer together. Make sure those hip flexors don't fire up. If you'd like more, let's lift those feet. If you'd like more, hands release to the sides. Chest is nice and open. Lift that Care Bear heart. If you'd like more, extend those legs nice and long. Hold for 5, 4, navel in, 3, 2, and 1. Feet come down around the spine, knees to chest. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, slowly roll back up. Look behind you. Make sure you have enough room on your mat. And slowly roll down, so slowly that your mind has time to catch up to your body. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Extend that left leg out nice and long. Let's take a nice deep breath here. Now lift that left leg and let it hover above the mat. Your right hand is at the top of the right shin, left hand is at the bottom of the left shin. As you exhale, we're going to switch sides. Abdominals tuck in while you switch. Exhale, switch. Exhale. Now if you feel like you've got this and you're making this movement happen from your abdominals, not those hips, then we can lift our chest, keeping the chest elevated at the same level as we draw the knees in and out. Make sure you have that fist distance between the chin and the chest. Or you can imagine that it's an orange that you've borrowed from a friend and you don't want to lose that orange, but you also don't want to make orange juice. It's that perfect chin tuck. 3, 2, last time. And with your left knee in, right foot can release. If it feels good, you can extend it out onto the mat and your head and neck relax down. Breathe into the left hip here. Take a nice deep breath. Beautiful. Bend both knees. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Rock gently from side to side. Both feet come back down onto the mat. Hands come beside the thighs. Palms facing down so that you can roll your chest open. Your shoulders really root down into the mat. Let's curl the tailbone under. Scoop your belly. Lift your hips up. So you're really engaging your front side of your body while you squeeze and actively contract the back side of the body for your bridge. Hands stay onto the mat. Inhale, hips lower just an inch. Exhale, let's lift back up. Coming into that little pulse action. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Long neck, front and back, side to side. Hold for 5. Keep pulsing. 4, 3, 2. Last time here. I want you to hold lifted. Now if you'd like more of a challenge, spread your toes a little bit wider. Let's lift those heels. Really contract the back side here. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll the spine back down. Imprint the lower back onto the mat. Back into that neutral curve. Your right leg is going to lift up towards the sky. Flex the foot so the toes point towards the shin and then point the toes. Flex and point, flex and point. One more. Flex and point. Now come into a point, so it's a flex and a point at the same time. Left knee and your hips stay stable here. No movement in any of those. Draw circles though with the right leg. Make sure it's not just the ankle bone, it's the hip, the femur rotating in the hip joint. Now if you feel like you've got this movement down without any movement in that left knee or your hips, I want you to extend the left leg out nice and long. Keep your core bracing so that our hips stay stable. See if you can find those Kegel muscles, the muscles that stop you from using the washroom. 3, 2, last time, opposite directions. Beautiful. Find the stability in your core so that you can keep those hips stable. And we can find movement just in that femur rotating in the hip joint. 3, 2, and 1. Clasp your hands behind the right thigh. Let's let that left leg extend and hover above the mat. As you exhale, let's switch sides. But again, make sure it's your core doing this movement, not your hip flexors. Exhale, let's switch. Exhale, switch. Exhale. Again, if you feel like you've got this movement down and you'd like more, let's lift the chest. But keep that orange between your chin and your chest. You don't want it to roll away, but you also don't want to make orange juice. 4, 3, keep that chest nice and open. 2, last time here. Keep the left leg up towards the sky, bend the right knee, right foot on the floor, head and neck relax down. Hands come beside the thigh. Flex the left foot so the toes point towards the shin, and then point your toes. Flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. One more, flex and point. Come into that point so it looks like Barbie's foot and Barbie's shoe. Keep that right knee stable, your hips stable, core is bracing those hips. Draw circles with that left leg up towards the sky. You've got this. This is all about stability. It does not need a big circle or a fast circle by any means. Really, the slower, the more controlled, the better. 3, 2, last time. Go opposite directions here. Keep your stability here. If you'd like more, extend that right leg out nice and long. But again, this is all about stability. So if you find that once you've extended that leg, you start to move in the hips, I want you to take it back. 4, 3, 2, last time. Clasp your hands behind that left thigh. Extend the right leg and let it hover. Again, more of a challenge. Let's lift the chest. Exhale, switch. Exhale, switch. 3, 2, last time. Both legs lift up towards the sky. Head and neck relax down. Knees come towards the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Both feet come back down. Hands beside the thighs. Chest rolls open. Curl the tailbone under. Lift the hips up. Squeeze the back side of the body. Contract actively those hamstrings, those glutes, and those spinal extensors. Either option 1 to hold, option 2 to pulse, option 3, lift those heels. Now option 4, shift your weight into the left foot, keep those hips stable, right leg's going to lift up towards the sky. Really feel the contraction in the back of the left hamstring. Inhale, lower those hips. Exhale, let's lift. 5, 4, 3, 2. I want you to hold it at the top. 5, 4, 3, 2. Right foot comes back down. Beautiful. Shift your weight back through to center and then over to the right foot. If you're choosing to lift, let's do so now. Again, let's come into that pulse. Inhale, lower, exhale, 5. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift, 4, 3, 2. Last time, hold up at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left foot comes back down. Roll the spine back down. Imprint the low back onto the mat. Neutral curve. Soles of the feet come together to touch. Allow your knees to open out to the sides. Take a nice deep breath here. Place your hands onto your belly. And I want you to feel your breath coming in and out. And let's start to inhale and exhale through the nose now. Keep your left leg exactly as it is, but extend the right leg out. So if you were standing right now, you would look like you were in your tree pose. And again, I want you to just feel your breath coming in and out of your body. Soles of both feet come back together to touch, knees open. Keep the right leg as it is, extend the left leg out. So again, if you were standing, you would be in your tree pose. Find your breath, entering and exiting through your nose. And then the soles of the feet come together to touch once again. Knees are open to the sides. Use your hands to gently guide your thighs back towards one another. Allow your knees to connect and your feet to walk out to the sides. So your knees are caving in. So just a little counter stretch to what we were just doing. Find your breath entering into your hips here. Walk your feet back towards one another. Roll to one side or the other. Press into your hand so that we can come back into that seated position. Find a comfortable seated position for yourself, whether you be cross-legged or legs extended or maybe feet underneath of your hips. As you inhale, both hands reach up towards the sky. As you exhale, bring your right hand to the outer edge of the left thigh. Your left hand gently falls behind. Keep your chin parallel to the floor. I want you to keep those collarbones nice and open. With each inhale, see if you can lengthen the spine. With each exhale, see if you can sink your hips down towards the ground a little bit more, creating more length in your spine. As you inhale, both hands reach up towards the sky. As you exhale, left hand comes to the outer edge of the right thigh, right hand gently falls behind. Chest is nice and open. Chin parallel with the floor. Don't forget about your abdominals. Slightly engage your abdominals here. And again, with each inhale, I want you to think about lengthening the spine. As you inhale, slowly bring yourself back through the center. Soles of the feet come together to touch. Allow your knees to open. Hands onto your shins, using them as traction to lift your heart up as you release the knees down. Nice long spine. Take a breath here. Grabbing the outer edges of the feet, hinge from the hips, lean forward, opening up that chest. And then you can relax the chin towards the chest. As you inhale, slowly roll back up. Coming into your seated position, your cross-legged position in the opposite direction, so whatever feels least natural. Bring your hands onto your lap, turn the palms to face up. Thumb and pointer finger come to touch, and I want you to close your eyes here. And you have a long spine rooting down through the hips, lifting up to the crown of the head. Then let your right ear gently fall towards your right shoulder. Breathe into that upper trapezius on the left side. Now, if you would like more, your left hand comes beside your thigh. Palm pushes down towards the ground, not touching the ground, just actively pushing towards it. And lift your left fingertips. Bring your chin down towards your armpit. And again, breathe into that upper trapezius muscle in that neck area. If you chose to move the left hand, place it back onto the thigh, palm facing up, thumb and pointer finger come to touch. Then bring your head back into a neutral position. Roll the shoulders back and down. Let's do the other side. Keeping the eyes closed, your left ear gently falls towards the left shoulder. And breathe into that upper trapezius muscle. Breathe into your neck. Notice where you're holding tension more, on your left or your right side. Again, if you'd like more, that right hand comes beside the thigh, palm facing down. Lift the fingertips as you push the palm down towards the ground. Bring your chin down towards the armpit. And again, you have control of this stretch. The more you push the palm down, the more you lift the fingertips, the more of an opening you'll receive. Knowing that you're in control of your own body, I want you to take a deep breath in here. Finding the perfect stretch for you today. Hands come back onto the lap, turn the palm to face up, thumb and pointer finger come to touch. Head comes back through the center, roll the shoulders back and down. I want you to keep your eyes closed. Sitting in this position, I want you to just feel your breath. And if you ever lose track of your breath as a thought may arise, I want you to acknowledge that thought, file it away, labeling it with one word, and then come back to your breath. And if you're able to watch your breath for 10 seconds, 30 seconds, or maybe even a minute, I want you to be proud of yourself. Knowing that strengthening our mind can sometimes be way harder than strengthening our body. Bring your palms together to touch. At heart center, bow your chin towards your chest slightly. Thank yourself for stepping onto your mat today, for giving this time for your mind, your body, and your breath to all connect as one. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.